Welcome to the Crystal Self-Healer Podcast. I'm Carissa Weaver. On this podcast, we blend the magic of crystals with the science of psychology to help you break free from chaos, ditch the overwhelm, and master your emotions so you can have more energy, get more done, and feel better every day. Get ready to unlock your intuition and restore your true power as we cover how you can transform your life using crystals and self-awareness. Are you ready to get started? All right, let's go. There's a lot going on around you at any given time. And right now, conflict and disagreement seem to be the focus for a lot of people. Whether you lean more toward the peacemaker or activist role, prolonged conflict can drain you of your energy, with difficulty sleeping and focusing, and leave you feeling exhausted. And who really wants to walk around feeling low energy or heavy all the time? If you've tried conventional methods of addressing these symptoms, this episode is going to show you how to be the guardian of your own energy. You'll discover how to break the cycle and build a new foundation that energizes you and feeds your soul. All too often, you might give power to something or someone outside of you. And I get it. In large part, our society has created structures and systems that are external, that we need to comply with to exist or advance towards our goals. Whether that's how your family is structured, or the religion you follow, or the community you belong to, this becomes your environment. When you are the fish in water, you won't realize that you're in water. You assume that you are your environment. When you don't realize that you are separate from your environment, it can be difficult to see how and where you can interrupt the cycle of external control, or even that there is a cycle going on. There are a myriad of examples I could give you here about where we willingly give away our power to someone or something outside of us. So the place I want us to focus on is when you desire something outside of you to change for your happiness or peace of mind, or you expend energy and effort fighting against it or trying to survive it. That place right there is where you get to be the guardian of your own energy. The card inspiration this week is the Chariot in the What to Call In placement from a crystal and tarot forecast inside the Charmed community. The main feature of this card is the figure standing inside the chariot with both a black and white sphinx-like figure on each side, and they're holding a scepter in one hand. The sphinx is thought to represent wisdom, and the chariot itself is speed and balance. But I want to draw your eye to the use of yellow and blue on the card. Yellow is often used to indicate enlightenment, and blue is emotions. So the card is offering to you that there is a new way of thinking that will enlighten you around your emotions. And when you're seeing yourself as powerless and constantly feeling drained, seeing yourself as the one who can choose how and where to expend energy is the first step in guarding your energy. When you choose to find balance for yourself, you can then access the wisdom needed, and this will help you start to break the cycles that have you constantly leaking energy. So this is where the juicy stuff happens, and not everyone is ready to go down this road, and that's okay. But you can't fix or change what you don't acknowledge. So if you're ready to break the cycle so you can feel more rested and energized, you need to identify what it is that drains you. By creating awareness and being the observer of what's going on in your life, seeing that you're a fish swimming in water, a person in an environment, you can pull your focus back and see patterns as they unfold. This is where a lot of my clients fall into a judgment pattern, either blaming themselves or the other person. But that's not going to fix anything because no one feels inclined to do anything when they're being scolded. So practicing being the observer without judgment is how you create the balance to see things clearly without bringing in the emotions of the situation. For example, let's use a scenario that has you focusing your time and energy on someone else changing or doing things differently so that you can feel better. Whether that be picking up their dirty socks from the floor, or being more present in the relationship, or your family member not talking politics at the holiday table. Each of these things requires the other person to do something for you to feel better or at peace. And that's where you will find yourself giving up your first line of defense. You can fight to the nth degree and still not see the change you desire. I'm also not suggesting that you go all Dr. Phil and give up because you're being told to decide between being happy or being right. It's getting clarity on what is actually draining you. Is it the dirty sock on the floor? Or is it that you keep repeating to yourself and fighting with them over and over that you wish they would just pick it up? It's about thinking differently about how you interact with those you have conflict with. And I'm not saying be a doormat. I'm saying limit who gets access to you, whether it's physical proximity or emotional expenditure. And that's when you get to start the healing and resetting of your nervous system. You're uncovering the scripts and thought loops that feed into the dysregulation of your nervous system, and then leaning in to the law of responsibility to ensure that your values and beliefs are intact while also serving you and your energy. If you're ready to start this work or you're curious about it, join me for the live upcoming 3-day activation where you can start to work on and build your protection and divination practices. With guided meditation, crystal healing, and an activation ritual, you'll be supported in deconstructing from the structures that drain your energy and access the support you need to manage the discomfort that comes with growing and doing new and different things. And it's free. The link is in the show notes. The crystal I'm going to offer you today is Tiger Eye, and here's why. When you need to step back from the heightened emotions of a fraught situation, Tiger's Eye enhances discernment and clear thinking. It supports you in observing patterns without judgment so you can identify what's truly draining you rather than staying stuck in cycles of blame. When you need a boost of confidence and inner strength, Tiger's Eye aids in reclaiming your first line of energetic defense. When you have the emotional strength to stop giving your power away to others, you'll feel more in control of your choices and your actions. Tiger's Eye is wonderful for regulating the push-pull between emotion and logic because it supports balancing extremes, energetically and perspectively. This will support you in regulating your nervous system because you won't be experiencing the massive ups and downs. Because you're more even keel, you'll conserve more energy and feel more rested and ready. When you decide to limit how much access others have to you and your energy, Tiger's Eye brings protective and grounding support to your energy field. It will shield you against the energetic drains and external forces that pull you off center so you can maintain stability and balance while building new patterns. So here's a ritual you can do that will help you identify where you want to be the guardian of your energy. You'll need paper, pen, and your Tiger's Eye. Start by getting comfortable in your space and bring your attention to your breath. Holding your Tiger's Eye in your hand, Allow the weight of it to support you in grounding into yourself and the moment. Allow your mind to become calm and present in the moment. And when you're ready, place the tiger's eye on the table above your paper and write what you are putting up with in your life that leaves you feeling drained or frazzled. List as many as come to mind, and don't worry about editing or limiting yourself. This could be anything from the shoulds, your behavior, other people's behavior, clutter, and unmet needs. Just write it all down. Give yourself 5 to 10 minutes to do this, and when done, pick one item you can address right away by an action you can take. When you bring these energy-draining items into your awareness on the level that is free from distortion, meaning it requires someone else to do something, you naturally give yourself the space and ability to resolve them. And when you begin to clear these things that drain your energy, you free up energy and space to do the things that you really want. And that's honestly the best place to be. Today's pairing of the Chariot with Tiger's Eye is from a crystal and tarot forecast inside the Charmed community. I invite you to join me in this free space where I share these readings weekly to help you align your energy and focus your week. You also get the opportunity to connect with others who are exploring their growth and creating change in their lives just like you. Join us for free. The link is in the show notes. And if you're tired of being on an emotional roller coaster, constantly juggling everything in your life, and you want to be part of a space that holds you in your healing, a space where you can feel seen, supported, and connected, I would love to have you join me inside the Crystal Self-Healer Members Portal. It's where we go beyond the weekly guidance and we apply it to your life, equipping you with the tools, resources, including courses, workshops, and activations, as well as support to build your confidence in crystal healing and emotional self-care. Inside, you get healing sessions that help you process emotions so you can regulate your nervous system, rituals that help you anchor and direct energy, and personalized support when you're feeling stuck. Everything you need to truly empower yourself to live with more ease and alignment is in the portal. Visit my website, 3charmedgems.com, or click the link in the show notes to learn more and join me. It is time to stop living at the mercy of emotional triggers and start living in spiritual integrity. The Crystal Self-Healer Members Portal is where that shift begins. Find your clarity and come home to yourself. Today's episode has been brought to you by the Chariot, Tiger's Eye, and Guardianship. May we all see and remove what drains our energy so we can reclaim our personal power. Blessed be, my friends. All right, my friends, that wraps up this week's episode. Thank you for joining me here today on the Crystal Self-Healer podcast. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, leave a review, and take the What Crystal is Best for You quiz linked in the show notes. Join me again next week as we continue to demystify crystals, how your brain works, and how you can use them so you can have more energy, get more done, and feel better every day.